Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing permanent residence here in the Kingdom of Thailand, and we're specifically discussing applications for Thai residency in the context, or I should say sort of with the backdrop of this coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic. So for those who are unaware, for those who maintain lawful status here in Thailand, generally speaking, also maintain employment status here in Thailand for a prolonged period of time, those folks can go ahead and apply for permanent residence here in the kingdom. Something akin, at least in the United States, to green card status or lawful permanent residence in the U.S. In the UK, I believe they call it indefinite leave to remain, or ILR. And here in Thailand, we just call it permanent residence or residency. And I've had some questions from folks who have been getting their ducks in a row to apply for residence, and they've been asking, how do you think that this COVID-19 thing is going to impact applications for permanent residence? And my response to that is, well, it sort of remains to be seen. The window last year opened really, really early compared to most years. It opened mid-summer, and it closed at the end of the calendar year, December 31st, effectively, although it closed earlier from a practical standpoint. And those folks who didn't get in under that wire need to apply this year, or if they were ineligible last year, they need to apply this year. This year it remains to be seen. So the permanent residence window, quote unquote, we call it the window, but it's basically they have to start accepting applications. They haven't announced that they're going to start accepting applications yet, and it remains to be seen exactly when they're going to do that. This is purely speculation on my part, but I think coronavirus, there's going to be a lot of long-term unforeseen consequences as a result of coronavirus and the shutdown associated therewith. I think permanent residence could be one of these unforeseen things that comes up, or specifically the application period for permanent residence. I could definitely see, look, where we're sitting right now, we're in early April. We're all anticipating the end of April. We've sort of come through the worst of this, and we're starting to get things back up and open and running as normally. But again, that's kind of speculative at this point. It remains to be seen. The government's going to have other priorities when they get things moving, and they're going to have to prioritize resources accordingly. So exactly when the application window would open remains to be seen. The thing I would take away from this video is probably not a good idea to presume it's going to open as early as it did last year. Getting one's ducks in a row with respect to Thai PR is a good idea, and doing it sort of, for lack of a better term, early and often is always a good idea. So the thing to take away from this video is, as yet, COVID-19 has yet to directly impact the process for applying for residency in Thailand. And to be clear, just to provide some context, we hear that we process a number of PR cases every year. The cases we filed last year, generally speaking, they tend to kind of bunch up right at the very end of last year. Those are still processing. We're still moving those through. The government's still open. So those got on file, and we're dealing with them accordingly. That being said, exactly when the window would open this year for filing for PR remains to be seen, and it stands to reason, or it seems logical to infer, that the resources that may be required to deal with the aftermath of COVID-19, it could drain away resources that might otherwise have been used to process permanent residence applications at the immigration apparatus here in Thailand.